Being without Connor McDavid for any amount of time obviously will be very difficult for the Edmonton Oilers, but the truth is, when you look at the way he went into the boards, the way his ankle seemed to twist, feels like this could have been a lot worse for McDavid and the Oilers. The team announcing here on Wednesday that he will miss between 2 and 3 weeks with what they're calling an ankle injury. Last season, the Oilers played 6 games without Connor McDavid, though one of them was right at the end of the season. It was a mean-nothing game. They won just once in that time. Everybody knows how important he is to this group. In particular this season, though, because one of the biggest issues the Oilers have been having is an inability to score. Now you take their biggest scoring threat out of the lineup, it's only going to exacerbate the problem. Number of players that were regular contributors over the last few years are really having a tough time. For example, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Zach Hyman, Victor Arvidsson, those players have combined for exactly 0 even-strength goals so far this year. Not enough production, and while a lot of the narrative heading into this season was about the blue line, and it certainly has had its issues, it has been the production of the forward group that's been the biggest issue. So now all eyes fall on those high-end offensive players, but in particular Leon Draisaitl, who will assume the number 1 center job. Let's face it, he'd be the number 1 center on most other teams in the National Hockey League. He's certainly capable of handling this. His game has been up and down this year, probably slower to start the year. It has been improving in recent games, and for Draisaitl, it's now going to be about buckling down, pushing through frustration, and truly leading the way with effort, with attention to detail, all the things that Connor McDavid does night to night. Draisaitl will be hugely important to get the offense going and try and keep this team on track. Not that they've been on a great track. They're trying to turn a corner right now. They're trying to get their season headed in the right direction, and now they're going to have to try and continue that upward curve without Connor McDavid. It was a brutal effort the other night against the Columbus Blue Jackets after McDavid was hurt. That certainly is not a great starting point for this group without their captain, so they're going to need to set themselves straight and get ready for life without McDavid for as many as 12 or 13 games, depending on how it goes, and there's some pretty stiff competition in there as well. So, could have been worse. Not ideal. 97 out of the lineup for 2 to 3 weeks.